The Iron Temple returns. Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here, coming back at you guys with a very quick video talking a bit about some of the stuff we learned from the next episode of IGN's first video on Destiny 2. Today's batch of content was all about PvP. We got like 5 minutes of Dawnblade Warlock gameplay, like 10 minutes of Striker and Sentinel gameplay, and the huge surprise that the Iron Temple, Fellwinter Peak, is coming back in Destiny 2, but not just as a social space, it's coming back as a PvP map called Vostok. And we got to see an absolute ton of this map. There'll be links to all of the videos that came out from IGN today in the description. Go check them out. I'm not going to be posting all of that footage here. There's a lot of stuff to go through and a lot of great stuff gets shown off. We get to see a lot of super gameplay from the Sentinel, from the Striker, from the Dawnblade, and we get to see some weapons that we haven't gotten quite a good look at before today. We get to see some new scout rifles, some Omelon stuff, and it doesn't look too bad at all. Looks like we get a Suros-based scout rifle that's very similar to the DIS-43 and the DIS-47. Just a great look at tons of new things that I'm super excited about. But for right now, let's talk a little bit more about Vostok, Fellwinter Peak. Why are we here? What happened? Well, we don't really know all of the lore reasons why, but I'm gonna go ahead and step out on a limb here and say hopefully the Cabal didn't take over Fellwinter Peak. I was one of the people who was a bit worried that when Destiny 2 came out, stuff like Fellwinter Peak, stuff like the Iron Banner would kind of be left behind. And, well, the reason for why I say that is because, remember, Rise of Iron was kind of something Bungie just came up with a year or so ago because they knew Destiny 2 wouldn't be out in time to make its original release date of, like, September sometime last year. So I figured when Destiny 2 came out, with it being a blank slate, you know, stuff like Fellwinter's Peak, stuff like the Iron Temple would just kind of be left behind and not talked about. So I'm very excited to see that it's going to be coming back in this capacity as a Crucible map. Maybe it'll also be some sort of social space. I'd be really happy about that. But also that possibly Lord Saladin is going to be returning in some capacity in Destiny 2. He's one of my favorite characters. He always was in Destiny 1. And I was so glad to see him get expanded upon and for us to get that kind of backstory with him in the Rise of Iron story. And I would love to see him come back in some capacity in Destiny 2. The dude's one of the big pillars of the Destiny lore. So it'll be great to see him again, possibly in Destiny 2. Now, hold on, I already know what some of you guys are saying. How long is it going to take for the claims of, oh, there we go, Bungie's reusing that content back again? And you know what? Yeah, they are, and I'm not mad about it. I'm happy we get to come back to Fellwinter Peak. The map itself looks like it's going to be a little on the large side, which is something fairly unusual for Destiny. There aren't too many large maps outside of stuff like First Light, Bastion, Cathedral of Dank. But it is going to be a big multi-leveled map that looks like it's going to be pretty darn good for objective-based modes. As a matter of fact, we get to see some control gameplay on here, and I think that's probably the game mode that the map was built around. If you'll recall, some of the reps at Bungie did state that this time around they wanted to build up certain Crucible maps with certain game modes in mind. And in my opinion, that's certainly on display here on Vostok. You can see A and C in the gameplays that are posted here. They're in nicely defensible positions, but with plenty of flank options all around. Looks like it's going to be an interesting map to try to rotate spawns on. Can't wait to get my hands on it. But alright, Guardians, that's gonna be it for this one. I just wanted to gush a bit about Fellwinter Peak returning in Destiny 2. The Destiny 2 beta is going to be live next week. We are going to be having basically week-long coverage of it. I'm going to be live streaming it when it goes live at about 1 p.m. next Tuesday, July 18th. So make sure you're tuned in. I'm going to be looking to squad up with some people, go run some content, get some strikes done, play some PvP, all that good stuff. And again, make sure you're checking out these IGN first videos. There will be links to all of them in the description box below. There's so much interesting stuff that's coming out of it. But again, that's it for this one, Guardians. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of all this down in the comment section below. Are you psyched that the Iron Temple, Fellwinter Peak, is returning in Destiny 2? I certainly know I am. And, you know, I gotta get into the habit of shilling myself more often. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like. And if you'd like to see more of my content, well, the subscribe button is there just for that. But I'm out for now. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am TheBlackLink. You Guardians, stay frosty. And I'll see you in the Destiny 2 beta next week.